What's going on, everybody, and welcome to In the Tank Live with Keith Dale and Aaron Harrison. I'm not sure if Keith is back yet. He actually had a trip out to Colorado. His cousin was getting married, and I'm sure he had an amazing time. But hopefully he's on, and he jumps on here with us today. So hope everybody's having a great week. We're just getting things started here. It's Monday. What's up, Christine? It was great seeing you yesterday. Super excited. We had a great team event last night, just hanging out, having some good food and some good conversation. It was so awesome. Trevor, what's up, man? Aaron, what's up? Good to see you. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah. I'm out here in Manchester, hanging out with Mike, doing some work, connected, and really getting the intentions set for the week. I think that's the number one thing. If we don't get our intentions right, nothing else is going to happen, right? Our actions are going to be all screwed up. Our thought processes are going to be all over the place. Our emotions may get the best of us if our intentions aren't right. So, yeah, we're doing that right now, just getting our heads right, and definitely excited about the week. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the fight, because I woke up this morning actually more exhausted than usual, and I think it's really a reflection of what I put on myself. I'm, how can I say this? I put out more than I take in, if that makes sense. I do fill my tank on an often basis, right? You know, I'm very spiritual. I put the Lord in the middle of everything I do. I'm in the scripture. I do fill my life with gratitude. I'm very thankful. However, I think that there's a time where my efforts and energy is put out abundantly more, right? Abundantly more than I normally take in. And what happens is I feel it physically. I start to get tired. I start to not feel really good. Like I get up in the morning, I'm all nasally or just feeling run down a little bit. And I think that's a reflection of that fight, right? Because I know that I am such a hard worker, right? And everything I do at 100%, regardless of my own my own body telling me to slow down. Like, I don't know how to do that. I've always been that way. I remember when I was running sprints one time in college, and I literally collapsed on the field. And, anybody that has ran long distances or have really super exerted themselves know that there's a point where your body will literally shut down. And that's me, right? I will run and I will run and I will run. Like, there is nothing that will stop me. My mindset is that I'm unstoppable. My mindset is that there's no quit. Right? There's this go. And your body will eventually let you know that you need to slow your roll. Like, you need to just chill out for a minute and just rest. And that's hard for me. That's really hard for me when I've really taken on a lot of accountability for helping people be successful. Like, that is my purpose and my drive. And so I have to fight myself, believe it or not. Every single morning, I got to fight myself and really plug into something, whether it be Les Brown, whether it be Tony Robbins, whether it be Eric Thomas, David Goggins, if I really want to turn it up, and really get the aggressive push. But we all need something. And so I woke up this morning definitely on the other side, and I said, this has got to change. Like, I don't like feeling the way I feel right now. I'm run down. So I immediately went to my fridge, grabbed myself an E-Shot, and I went and had myself 2 ounces of Ionix this morning because I knew that my body needed it. Then I had my shake. And so I'm feeling a little better. And I can't say that I'm 100 right now, but I can tell you that I'm starting to feel better, right? I'm feeling the change. And so I want to encourage you that, and I'm going to fight. It doesn't matter, right? I'm going to fight because that's just who I am. And I'll fight my own body, I'll duke it out. But this is the coolest thing about this is that I learned that, through that fight, I grow strength and understanding and patience and also process. Because I think if we have a process for when we do feel that way, where we don't quit, right? We don't give up and say, it's too much, I can't deal. What we do is to say, okay, how can I be better? How can I be better of taking care of myself? How can I be better of, not getting caught up in worry? Because I do that. I do worry about all my teammates and all my friends. And not from a place of, scarcity. I don't worry about their scarcity. I just don't want to let them down. If they've raised their hand and said, hey, Aaron, help me, I want to help them at all costs. And again, that can run you down. So if I'm looking at the process, I definitely want to make sure that I'm filling my tank. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. I want to make sure that you understand that we're all here for purpose, and the bigger giving of us is going to be the one that runs you down. And the greatest thing that we need to learn from that process is that, if we do take a timeout, it's okay. Just get back in the game, right? Just get back in the game. And I talked about that this morning, that it's sad and unfortunate now. And a lot of people are on the ground still, and they don't even know they're on the ground. They don't even know they've been knocked out, right? They just feel that this is the way that it always has been and it always will be. And that's not the case, right? We know that that's not reality. That's not the truth. Like, we actually can change if we're willing to do the work, if we're willing to put in the fight and willing to really be better. And I love how, who is it that says it? I think it's Jim Rohn. I could be wrong though. But he talks about how we must focus on becoming greater, not wishing for it to be easier. And I think in life, we can get caught up in that, especially if we've been entitled or, we've always been externally motivated, right? People giving us significance and feeling that it feels good. And I think that I've got caught up in that sometimes. But I've realized that doesn't really motivate me as much as it gives me purpose. When I see the reflection and the impact that things I do change, make, yes, it does motivate me, but I also know that that's my calling, right? So I don't want kudos for something I'm supposed to do. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it. And Michelle talks about sometimes we need timeouts in the game, but we never quit the game. And that's the thing, is I think a lot of people, they'll take a timeout and it feels good. It feels good. And then you're like, well, you know what? Maybe take another timeout and maybe another timeout. And next thing you know, you keep taking timeouts and there's nobody policing how many timeouts you take. And eventually you're just on the bench. You're not even playing the game anymore. Matter of fact, the game has changed and you don't even realize it. And Aaron Pierce talks about timeouts are equally important to refresh, reflect, and regroup. Rewrite the master plan. Hey, Auntie Robbie, what's up? And, I put that negativity prayer up yesterday because I do get attacked a lot with that. And I feel that it's my will and my drive that allows that to be a factor. And I think everybody can get caught up. And I know that there's no fear, right? There is no fear. And we should continue to feel that we have an escape route. And I put the Lord in the middle of that. And that's when I really see peace and understanding. And it's not that the storm leaves, because the storm never leaves, right? The storm is always here. And we can play double dutch with the storm all we want. But having that negativity prayer was big, and I wanted to share that with y'all, so I hope you guys had that. No, I'm not at the beach, bro. Shoot, I'm in the middle of the state right now. I'm out here in Manchester, brother. I'm out here in Manchester chilling. And so, Christine, you needed a timeout. You ran a 5K yesterday, right? But you were still at the party last night. You were still there in person, and you were there involved in, and taking in whatever it is that you needed, some good hugs, right? And if we allow things to flow and we go through them, yes, we will grow. And I think that's the key, is allowing not your external to define you. However, just to allow you, let you know what the score is, if that makes sense. And I really want this message to hit home with you guys, because not only do you have our backs, but I have, no doubt, man. No, you're right, brother, and that's true, man, and it's real. It's real. And the thing is that we have to fight, guys, because there's some people out here that have lost that fight, right, in themselves, and they don't have that spiritual grounding. They don't have that internal significance, right? They don't have that self-confidence. They don't have something bigger and greater than them, or at least believe that there's something bigger and greater than them. And we need to be those voices for them. We need to be able to say, hey, listen, like, may I pray with you for a moment? And whether or not they believe in God or not, that's irrelevant, right? That's irrelevant, because, if we speak God into existence at that moment, God will do what God does, right? So let's not do God's work, but let's go out there and share that word and pray with people that don't have that grounding, right? That's our obligation. And I think that if we can understand that purpose and being that messenger, that we'll always have that fight. We'll always have that drive, right? And we can always hear that voice in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts saying, you know what? Get up. Stop complaining. Stop getting caught up, and just throw some more punches, You just may land one. You just might hit that one on the chin that lays that problem down, right? And you're able to move forward with your hands raised with victory, knowing that, you know, you have won. You have won. Oh, Stefan, what's up, man? Mindy, what's up, man? Yeah, so that's the message today, guys, is because I woke up this morning, I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling my best. And I think that we must take time out, but we also got to fight. You know, and Mike Jones, I told him, I said, listen, I'm going to be there, bro. I'm going to be up there. I'm just running a little late today. And he was like, no, man, you know, you don't have to. I said, I know, but I'll be there. I will be there because, you know what, being around people and being around those who I love and those who, you know, love me, I think is the best way to realize your value and to realize that you have that purpose and that, you know, it's going to make you feel better. And since I've been talking to you guys and I've been sitting here, I've been feeling better, right? I feel filled up. And, you know, Christine says, this game wasn't meant to be easy. It was meant to be lived. Too many people's games have ended. We shall play for them. Yes, and deliver what we are destined to do. And Michelle talks about her internal fight got stronger when she started surrounding herself with ISA people. Yeah, right on. Yeah, Sebaz. Amen, brother. And so let's be the voice this week. Let's be the voice this week and this day. And, you know, if anybody is in silent desperation, and you see it in their face, you see it in their actions, you see them, you know, on social media, reach out to them and don't ask if you can help them with an answer. Ask if you may pray with them for a moment. Ask if you may just let them know how valuable and how significant they are. Because sometimes people need that fill up. And Christine said that's why she showed up last night. Exactly. And yeah, you know, the devil said, you are as, hold on. He says, Aaron says, the devil said to you as you were down, you're in the storm, and I turn to the devil and say, yeah, I am the storm. You know, it's funny, actually, Aaron, you say that. I was talking to a young man this morning, and he said, you know what, you'd be great at what I do, right? He's the salesman. And I said, you know what, I'll be great at anything I do. And he just looked at me. And that was the moment that I shifted my mindset this morning, is when I said that. Because I truly believe that, you know, anything that we want to do in life, we will be great at. And so let today be the day that you decide to fight. Let today be the day that you be the voice and the understanding of others wanting to fight for themselves as well, and for the voice, you know, of the world, because we must be able to use and leverage these tools like social media and Facebook Live and, you know, Instagram and YouTube for a lot more than what it's actually being used for, you know, and spread that message. Because this is the thing, guys, is that if we don't do that, really, we're not doing and living up to what it is that we've been created to do. And Aaron, I appreciate you jumping on here. Shabazz, you too, bro. Thanks for sharing, man. Michelle and Christine and Mandy and Murata and everybody. Kevin that's on here. You know, my Aunt Robin, Michelle, Kara, Beverly, Jason. I mean, so many people, you know what I mean, that chime into this. And so for all those who have jumped in today and that really want to understand how today and this week is going to be different than any other week, thank you so much for jumping on here and being that voice for someone else. You know, getting that message and receiving and allowing me to be vulnerable, because that, I think, feels great. It feels amazing. Like, I don't have to fake like, you know, everything's always sunshine and rainbows. Even though the sunshine is shining and I'm under this little tent here, you know, we do feel a certain way inside, and when we can share that openly and we can say that confidently and we can know that we don't care if they're judged or ridiculed behind it, but we know that when we let that out, we know that that pain may be somebody else's fuel. And for anybody that's going to jump on here on the replay, please continue to share the message of hope and belief and confidence, knowing that you've been created for a greater purpose. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. And In the Tank Live with Keith Dale and Aaron Harrison. God bless, guys. Peace.